feel limited at this point, or do you think you can play?
I'm just taking it day by day. Just listen to my body, listen to the medical staff, and just go from there.
The team has been very, very cautious with you. Do you think you could have been back a little earlier?
I'm just taking a day at a time. That approach has been working for me, so I'm gonna just keep it that way.
I don't know if it's the same question or not, but how much, Trey, has been the mental side of it for you to make sure that you're ready mentally to do this?
I think anytime you go through injuries, it's a little bit of a mental in there, but I think that I've been handling it the right way. I got a lot of guys here rooting for me, a lot of the medical staff rooting for me too. So it's been a trying time, but with the support of my teammates and the staff, I've been getting through it.
Obviously, with the ACL.
How much have you had to hold back your impatience? Just knowing that how eager you want to be back on the field, or have you been impatient with all this?
I just know that it was a very complex thing. It's my first time ever having a surgery or injury of any sort. So it's a different space for me. So I'm just taking it a day at a time, like I said, and just see where I can go from there.
It'd help with a team being 6-1 that you don't have to rush back.
Oh, you see my team? My team is pretty good, right? But man, it's been fun watching those guys, man. Those guys, I mean, it's not a surprise. Coach McDermott and Brandon Bean, those guys do a great job of getting guys in that's buying into our scheme and buying into the way that we do things. And it just makes, when one guy goes down, the next guy up, knows what to do. There's no drop off.
Where's your confidence level in the leg right now? You're out there doing the work, making all the cuts. Do you have confidence that you can do everything you need to do?
I'm just taking it a day at a time. I think that with that approach, I think that it's when I get back out there, it's gonna be the right time, and my leg's gonna be right once I get back out there. So I have confidence.
You talk about taking it a day at a time. Just what's it been like being back out there?
Oh, it's been fun. Anytime I can get out there with my teammates and do something that I haven't done for a long time, it's fun. But I know that it's a process. It's a day-by-day process that I'm going through, and I know that it's still a process to go, and I'm gonna take it a day at a time and continue to take this rehab, like I've been doing.
It obviously tests your patience, Trey. It obviously tests your patience, but does it help knowing that there are potentially some big things to be healthy for later on?
I mean, yeah, you gotta think about that too. But like you guys said, we got a great team, and those guys been doing a great job of limiting big plays and taking the ball away. So, I mean. You guys haven't noticed I haven't been out there, so that's a good thing.
What have you done to help Kyer and Christian while you weren't playing, especially in the offseason when you knew you weren't going to be ready?
Yeah, I mean, I met Kyer during the pre-draft process when he came in, so we exchanged numbers then, and I kept in contact with him. And my ODB coach from college, is at Florida now, and so he was trying to get me to try to get Kyer to stay. But once I looked at a couple games, called my coach back, and I said, Coach, I don't know what I can tell you. So, and Christian, he's a guy, very quiet, do all the things the right way, man. Those guys are great. They're ahead of the learning curve of where I was when I was a rookie. Those guys know the playbook, asking a lot of good questions, very complex guys. So I think that, those guys have a great future.
How emotional was it when you went down and knew it was going to be a while?
I mean, it's very emotional. Like I said, I mean, it's my first time ever going through anything like that. Since I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, it's been football, basketball, track, football, basketball, track, football, basketball, track for the last 20 years. So this is my first time I had to sit down, but it just gave me a different perspective, man.
In what way?
I just noticed like I got more to give people than knocking a pass down and intercepting the ball. So it was the first time in my life I sat down. It's like, Tre White, what else can I offer to people? I know I'm bigger than just, a football game or just knocking a pass down. So it's just, I started reading, started getting into a different space, just learning about myself, learning about, what's my purpose here on earth other than playing a football game. So, it just put me in a different space.
Obviously, Trey, with an ACL, like straight on running isn't necessarily an issue. It's the lateral stuff side to side, which is so difficult for a cornerback. Where are you in that process? How does it feel when you're having to make those types of cuts and moves?
I mean, it feel natural. It feel natural. Like I said, I've been taking it a day at a time, so it's been a process of getting to where I'm at now. I got a ways to go, but I'm looking forward to it.
It's such a process. What do you think has been more challenging? Has it been the physical or the mental?
I think it's a little bit of both. Definitely more the physical, because you just got to get back out there. You got to get to moving. You got to work it out. I basically had to build my body back up from the ground up. So it's been a challenge, and it's something that as a football player and as a guy that's been where I've been in my football career, it was a different challenge, and it's something that I woke up every day ready to kick his ass.
Do you think, to a lot of us, you looked bigger at camp when we saw you? Like, do you think that you even got stronger in your upper body because you were, rehabbing and spending time in the weight room doing that?
Yeah, I feel like I saw. I got a lot of people saying, that I was looked a little bigger, but I mean, it was all part of the process, all part of my rehab process of just redoing my body, just redoing it from the ground up, like I said, and I'm still going, and it's been a process. Like I said, it's been fun. Every day it's been tough times too. I have my days where it's just it's kicking my ass, but I have more days where I'm kicking its ass. So that's where it's at.
Did you have any kind of setback during camp? Was there anything that kind of moved you in the wrong direction?
It's just been a process. Some days you wake up and it's better than others, and I've been very cautious with it, just taking my time, just making sure it's right, so I won't have any setbacks. So that's been most of the thing.
How confident are you that you could return to the elite level of player that you've been?
I think I bust my ass during this process. So once I come back and perform well, it's not going to be a surprise to me. My teammates that's been around during the summer and during the off season, they know. So the people that that I care about and that care about me and just know the amount of work and effort and blood and literally blood, sweat and tears that I put into this rehab, they know. So coming back and performing well, it won't be a surprise.
Is that what motivated? I mean, is you're competitive to begin with? Is that what fueled you to show people that this isn't going to hold you back?
I really was, I'm my own worst critic. So it was just a testament of me just getting out of the slump, because the first few months it's a very hard, very depressing time. Locked up in my basement. They had to come guys from the facility had to come drag me out of that mud. So the first few weeks, like I said, it was tough. A lot of uncertainty about it. Just doing the research of where I want to do everything, where I want to go with this process. But I mean, the staff here and the people around here have been great. So the process is, I didn't have to go through it alone.
They had to drag you out, or because you didn't want to?
It was one of those things. Like I said, it's my first. It was unfamiliar territory for me, so it was challenging. Like I said, but I'm making it through it, and I'm taking a day at a time. I'm still getting through it now. I still have days, but better days than none. It's good to have guys like Michael back. I can see him, and he gives me ultra confidence, and he just bring my spirits up. And then just to see Dean Marlowe back here today too, that's another guy that just bring my spirits up too. So it's been a testament of myself working hard, but great teammates and great support around here.
When you do play, Tre, whenever that is, whether it's this week or down the line, do you prefer to be on kind of a limited basis at first, based on the way you feel now, and then kind of work your way back in, or just wait until you're able to go full?
I'm just going to listen to my coaches and listen to the training staff. Those guys, they've been doing a great job. They know what's best, and they know, if I'm ready to go out full go, they know when that is. So just, like I said, going out and practice and giving all I got on each and every rep, and just trying to get my body back into, football shape, and getting back into, the football mind, going into the meetings, hearing the terminology again, been on the practice field. First couple of days, I forgot the damn stretches, but it's been fun, man. It's just getting back out there. It was just a blessing the first couple of days to get back out there and to stretch with my teammates, to hear the music with my teammates, to joke with them. So it's been fun. But I know, I got a long ways to go. But I got a lot of people in my corner.
What were the conversations like with Odell about the injuries? Obviously, he's your friend. You both, he went through this. Mm-hmm. And also, have you spoken to him about maybe joining the Buffalo Bills?
Oh, for sure. If you go through my text thread, I think I sent him probably 2,700 Buffalo Bills emoji. So, Odell, he's a good friend of mine. I've been knowing him since 2013. Played with him at LSU my freshman year. He was the reason why I moved from receiver to defensive back, him and Jarvis, because I wasn't going to get on the field my freshman year. So they kind of just like, you're going to have to go over here. But Odell, he's been a great resource for me, a great guy, man, a great guy that's got a lot of knowledge, that been doing it at a high level for a long time. So it's definitely a guy I respect, and I definitely, value his input.
How important was your family during all this?
Oh,
when you were
man.
down?
Oh, yeah. That was the main thing. I mean, it gave me time to sit down. I was able to take my son to school, do things that I wasn't able to do, if I was playing football or doing it on a normal sense. So, able to spend time with my little mans, and 2 little boys. Those guys man, they keep me on my toes. Their personalities starting to show at 5 and 3 years old. So they pretty much telling me what they want to do and not what I need them to do at this point. But during the injury time, I got a couple of funny stories. So during the time where I was on the crutches and stuff, so my oldest son, he was once I took the crutches off, he was like, "Dad, like, you don't have crutches anymore? Your legs better?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting there, man." So, once I started walking normal, he was like, "Dad, you want to play hide and seek?" so now it's been a thing that when I was down, they're running from me. Now it's like, you get up and run with us. So it's been fun. Those guys, my kids, man, that number one thing to me. And it was hard for them to see me down. But I mean, they got me through it each and every day, seeing them, and good day or bad day, walking through that door, I'm still gonna be dad, and they still gonna love on me. So that's the most important.
What do you think has been the biggest thing you've learned through this experience?
Like I said before, honestly, it set me down for the first time in my life, and I was able to sit down and just know that I'm bigger than a guy that puts a helmet on and go make tackles and knock passes down. So, like I said, I'm bigger than a football game. I got more to offer to people than football or sports in general. So, I mean, that's pretty much, the space I've been in, reading tons of books. I got a good friend from Sunday Night Football, Michelle Tafoya, during this time. She sent me a book called The Obstacle Is the Way. Great read. I would recommend a lot of people to read it, about mental toughness and just getting through adversity. It's just, I was in a different space, and a book like that is definitely, gave me a lot of insight on, what to look forward to and how to handle certain situations. So,
Where does this rank in the challenges you've faced in your life?
Well, it's kind of tough because, just coming from where I come from is, that's tough in itself. So I think that they would rank up there, but just me making it to where I'm at today, that was probably the hardest thing that I've been through in my life.
Tre, what can you say about the training staff here?
Oh, those guys, I mean, man, I've had great work. These guys have been doing a great job. I mean, they've been with me since I was down in my lowest, so the guys in there, I mean, they've been doing a great job. Joe Collins, Joe Mika, Marissa Figueroa, those are my main 3 people that have been taking care of me the whole time. Marissa, she's the athletic trainer. She scrubbed in through my surgery. She was there in my surgery. She saw when they cut me open. So my whole rehab, she's been there with me every step of the way, each and every day. Whenever I took a break during the summer, if I took a vacation, she pretty much tailored her time around mine, which a lot of people don't do. I owe a lot to her and Joe and both of the Joes. Those guys, they've been hands-on with me from day one, and it's been it's nothing short of amazing. Those guys have been great, giving me confidence every day, just pouring into me all positivity every day. So to them, I owe a lot to.
When we talked to Mike last week, he was saying how he leaned on you after his injury. What's it like for you to now be able to, take these big moments and give advice to your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, Mike is a guy that I look at as for advice, just not on the football field, but just in life in general. One of the good guys, and it's a guy that you just root for and that everybody roots for. He's been a great steward for me, a great resource for me. Just like I said, not only on the field, but off the field. That guy's one of the best. He's the best teammate, probably one of the best teammates. He and Jordan Poirier. I put Levi Wallace up there too. Dane Jackson and Taryn. Those guys they've been there with me from since this thing happened. Also, even Levi, when him leaving, doing free agency, that guy has been reaching out to me every step of the way, checking on me. So I've done great good deal of work, but I've had a lot of support along the way that helped me and gave me an extra bump along the way. So it'd be very selfish of me to just take all the credit for it. But like I said, I'm still going. It's still a process. So I'm gonna keep going and taking it a day at a time process, and I'm gonna just believe in my preparation, and the day gonna come when I rise again.
What will that day be like when you first step back on a field on a Sunday or a Thursday or whatever day of the week it might be?
It's gonna be great. I'm pretty sure my teammates probably be more ecstatic than I would be, but it's gonna be fun. Like I said, I haven't played a game since November 26th, 24th. So it's been a while. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it, but that's what I'm working each and every day for. So once I get back out there, I can put my best stuff out there. So it's gonna be fun. But I just know that once I get back out there, I'm not gonna be out there alone. I have a great team, a great group of guys that support me. So I'm looking forward to it, and I know it's gonna be great.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank y'all.